Good afternoon, Saints. This is Julia Miller. Today I want to tell you about what happened with our books being published with KDP. Years ago, when I was going to a church in Tampa, Florida, one of our pastors wrote a wonderful children's book and published it through Create Space, which was a branch of Amazon where you could self-publish your books. And it was so good and very prosperous for him. And so he talked to my husband and I about it, and Rick published a book called Love and Money in the Church. And it was a book about sowing into your brothers and sisters in church and helping to meet needs in the church body. He wrote it around 2016. And then I wrote a book on divorce that I had woken up in the middle of the night and the Lord had given me this book on before you sign the divorce papers. And so I wrote this book and published it also through Create Space. Well, Create Space, that company merged somehow with Amazon and they closed and Amazon took it over and it became KDP. Now, a few months ago, the Lord began to stir up in my husband and myself, to go back and write those books and to work on them. So we were just stirring around working with them, and we met John and Susan Perry with Simply This Publishing. They're down in Florida, and you can look that up, Simply This Publishing, John and Susan Perry, and they are publishers. They'll take your book and they work with KDP and Amazon. And so they get the whole book done. It includes the ISBN numbers, the printing, and all of it. And you make a little cash on the side. It's not extremely profitable, but you are blessing the people of God and getting your message out. And so we connected with them, and they began to work with us, and they got my book republished. I redid it on the divorce, and they redid my husband's book. Well, KDP no longer has a telephone number that you can call when you have a problem. When you try to email them, your email goes through a bot, a computer system that answers your questions. So it's not a person, it's a system. And the bot apparently located our books that we had previously published and said, "Who are you? You are copywriting this person over here that published this book." And they accused us of copywriting these books that were our books, that we were rewriting them, updating them, because of so many years had passed and we had gained more knowledge on these subjects. So they terminated our books that we had published through them. They fixed it so you can no longer order our books from Amazon and just wiped us out. Amazon, KDP. Now, you may not have the problems that we have. They also mentioned a word in one of their emails that some of our words did not go along with their program. I think my husband mentioned the word homosexual or something like that. And so they got terminated. So now we had to find a printer. We have a publisher, John and Susan Perry, but we had to find someone to print our books. We found a wonderful printing company up in Moorhead, the Shepherd's Printing Company, or Print USA. And Moorhead, Kentucky, they are so great. The pastor owns a business. And so he is going to publish my newest book called God's Hidden Army, the manual for the senior saints. And even though it's a manual for senior saints, if you're not a senior and you're running after God, it's a good basic foundational book and teaches many things and subjects. And it might be worth your while looking into. However, we have to now buy our ISBN numbers, which is going to cost us around $300 to buy the ISBN numbers for our books. And then we have to pay for the printing, of course, which is going to cost so much per book. And we'll have to pay for shipping the books to you all. And you have to order through us because you can no longer order our books through Amazon. And hopefully, we will get our books passed on to Thrift Books, which is a really good company, and through Barnes and Nobles and different companies. As we grow, we can market our books through these streams. But for now, starting out, we need to have folks order straight from us. And so I'm going to make an offer for those who want my book, God's Hidden Army, Manual for Senior Saints, to pre-order these books. If you prepay, and I get enough prepaid orders, I can go ahead and get the ISBN numbers purchased, and we'll send you out the books as soon as we get them printed, and then we'll have them shipped right to you. So the email address is, I changed it to this so that this is the personal address for the books only, Reverend Julia Catherine Miller at Gmail. And if you send me a message through that and say, hey, I want the book, you can send, the books will cost $14.95 plus $5 shipping. And any donation you want to donate to help us get the ISBN numbers for this book. And we will get them out ASAP, as quick as possible, to you. We're honest Christians. We're not scammers. And we love the Lord and are going to do this whole thing step by step as we learn and grow in this process of writing books. And I encourage you, if you have a book, go ahead and try to get it through. It'll come to me here in a minute. Senior moment. Susan and John Perry. John and Susan Perry. John is an assistant pastor of a church, and Susan is a wonderful teacher. And they will help you get all the process done. And I don't think you'll have the problems that we're having. This is just an issue that needs to be worked out with Amazon. And so I'm inviting you to help me to get these books published and get on a roll. Now, once I get these ISBN numbers, I won't have to get them again. You have to buy them in bulk. And so we'll buy enough to cover the new books coming out and get the ball rolling. Okay? So God bless you, and write to me, talk to me, and I'll be glad to talk to you too. Amen.